Hello, everybody. My name is Bruce Wayne. Usually on these shows, you see the Batman. But today, just ignore the Batman shirt. Just ignore the Batman shirt. I am not Batman at all. My name is Bruce Wayne. My voice may be similar to Batman, but literally, I'm just Bruce Wayne. Please. I got the fancy glasses on. Just go with it. And the reason I got the glasses on today is because I am not Michael Keaton's Batman anymore. I am Val Kilmer as Batman, ladies and gentlemen. And so the word was Michael Keaton did not come back from Batman Forever. Let me take these off. Did not come back because the director wanted to go a more Batman-centric movie and less Bruce Wayne. And Michael Keaton was not about that at all. Even though Val Kilmer is Bruce Wayne a majority of the time, so it kind of makes you wonder what was really going on. And then the reason that Val Kilmer only did this film was because he hated getting in and out of the bat suit. Absolutely hated it. So he did not want to come back to do Batman and Robin. However, I enjoy this one. I know this one is kind of a dip down in quality from the first one in Batman Returns, but I have a great time with Batman Forever. And we're going to get into my top moments from 1995's Batman Forever. Let's do this. So like I was saying, I am going to be going into my top moments from Batman Forever. I used to watch this movie as a child a ton. I remember the glasses they used to have, the glass ones that looked like they were frozen up. Freaking amazing. I know people still have them. I saw Courtney Reed, my buddy. He just posted about these glasses, and I was like, wow, that's a coincidence. I'm doing Batman Forever today. So that was cool. And this has an awesome theme song, Kiss from a Rose, from my man Seal, even though it ain't in the damn movie, so that's a little upsetting. But it's a great song, and there's a nice music video to it, so if you have not checked that out, definitely check out the Kiss from a Rose video. A lot of Batman footage in that one. Okay, but my top moments for this film, I'm going to start with Val Kilmer as Batman. I thought he did a great job. I actually really enjoyed Val Kilmer in the role. I was thinking back before I rewatched it, and I was like, wait a minute, Val Kilmer's not a very good Batman, is he? I thought he was fantastic. I thought the suit was great. I thought the Batmobile was like an upgrade. You got to see more of, the Batcave and everything. That was an upgrade. He came off as a rich snob very well. I'll give him that. 100%. He came off very well as a rich snob. His Batman performance was, I thought, very underrated. I think he's a great Batman, and he was excellent. The fighting scenes with him were great. Once again, never thought he was in any danger. He always kind of figured he was going to save the day. But, up the ante a little bit with this one. So definitely got to stop top moments with Val Kilmer as Batman. For top moments, I can't really include the villains in this one. Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face or Jim Carrey as the Riddler. They were fun, but they were just two balls crazy. Yes, I know that's Jim Carrey's personality, but I wanted to see a different portrayal of the Riddler than just literally Jim Carrey with the green suit on with question marks. That's just not what I wanted to see. And Tommy Lee Jones was just doing a bunch of crazy shit, blowing some stuff up, really didn't have a purpose in this movie except for destroy and rob stuff. So I can't really include these villains because they don't even compete with the Penguin or the Joker, so they're not going to be included. However, once again, a top moment in this film for me was the introduction of Robin. That whole scene at the circus where we get to see, Robin stepping up a little bit, trying to be a hero before he is with Batman. Pushing that bomb over the top of the circus tent and fighting back. However, that's the tragic scene where he loses his family. Whenever they fall off the trapeze act and they fall to their death. That's a touching scene because obviously he thought he'd saved the day being a hero, and he comes back and sees what he sees, and obviously it's heartbreaking. And then that shapes Robin for who he's going to be the rest of this movie and into the future. He has a decision to make to go after Harvey for revenge, or do the right thing, go for justice. And eventually he does come around. Obviously, Batman and Bruce Wayne, together as one, help him understand that there's better ways to go about doing what he's trying to do than just trying to murder Harvey. And I like the evolution of Robin, so that's definitely going to be a top moment in this movie for me. Another top moment in this film is the scene where Robin is fighting like the street gang. He took out the Batmobile and he's just cruising around town. Never driven this thing before, but he's doing a pretty damn good job. He tries to pick up these chicks, and they're like, wait a minute, you're not Batman, you're Batboy. It's like, whoa, what do you mean? He does look very young. Christopher O'Donnell does a great job as Robin, but he's very young in this movie. And then he gets out, and he's trying to save that girl, but then he got to fight off that street gang with like the glow-in-the-dark paint and shit. And then who has to show up? Batman, because Robin can't do it alone. And then Robin takes out his frustrations on Batman when he really doesn't mean to. He's taken all of his anger and rage out from losing his family in anger towards Harvey on Batman. But that was a great fight scene, great choreographed, great cinematography in that scene, so I had to include it. In top moments, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to mention this. A scene I do like involving the Riddler is towards the beginning of the movie, whenever he's working late hours at Wayne Enterprises, and his boss comes up and he puts the machine on his head, and he's like seeing like bass, and he's feeding off your brain. He's freaking like dancing around up there, and then he puts him on that chair and pushes him almost. He goes out the window, but he's just hanging on because he has the helmet on, and then he comes down. You think he's gonna help him, and he's like, "Oh shit, I made a mistake." Nope, pulls off the freaking brain device, and then he just falls to his death. But it's too much Jim Carrey. I like Jim Carrey, but I don't want Jim Carrey in this role. I know the Riddler was supposed to be silly and quirky back in the day, but it's not what I want. But that scene was pretty good. It was that was a lot of chuckles in that movie. Also, known fact, Drew Barrymore was in this movie. Actually, she was the blonde-haired girl in like the white dress thing. It was with Harvey Two-Face. Yeah, Drew Barrymore, ladies and gentlemen. And then probably my final great moment from this movie would be the finale, where Robin and Dr. Chase are up in the tubes, and then Riddler's going through it and telling him about the contestants and what Batman has to do in order. He's only going to be able to save one of them. He doesn't have enough time. So Batman pulls a riddle. And he says about he flies it, I can't remember, something about being blind, and then there's like, you're as blind as a bat. Exactly. Fucking hat. Blinds him, and then freaking Edward Nygma's head's like all funky and shit and falling apart. It's so freaking weird. So fucking weird. And then Batman, doing what Batman does, jumps, both Robin and Dr. Chase fall down in the tubes. Batman doing what he does, grabs one, saves him, shoots him up the battering. Boom, grabs the other one, shoots it up the battering. Saves them both. And then that's whenever Harvey comes back. Batman's super smart. Says, hey, you don't kill people without your lucky coin. You gotta flip that. Gotta take a chance. Flips it, and then Batman throws the other coins up at him, and then woo, and he falls to his death. And Harvey, Two-Face, then is dead. Even though Harvey was a African American in the first movie, so kind of confused how he turned into a white guy with a melted half face, but we're gonna go with it. Put that aside. Wow, great ending, great final act. I have a great time with this. And then they showed Edward Nygma in the mental institution at the end. I am Batman, flapping in the thing. Fantastic ending. But overall, I have a really good time with this movie. It's a step down, but it's still a great time. Favorite character in this movie? I'm gonna have to go with Dr. Meridian Chase, played by Nicole Kidman. I'm not a Nicole Kidman fan, but in this movie, I would say she looks her most beautiful, most gorgeous. She's fire in this movie, I ain't gonna lie. In her character, she loved Bruce Wayne and Batman. She loved them both, and you thought she was gonna, just fall for Batman, but then she tells him there's somebody else, and then he walks away with a little grin on his face. She cares about Bruce Wayne, and she's there for him. She's very smart. She knows what she's doing. I like when that scene where she turned on the bat light and then he's like, "Where's the emergency?" She's like, "Oh, there is none. It's just me. Just me. I want you to take me. Take me, Batman." But I liked her character in this movie. She's one of these continuation of great female characters throughout these movies until, unfortunately, we get to the next movie. Ooh, yikes. A lot to talk about that, but they're not top moments, my friend. Not top moments, but definitely favorite character, Nicole Kidman as Meridian Chase. Or Chase Meridian, whatever the fuck her name is. I don't know who names their kid these things, but we'll go with it. But overall rating for this one, obviously I gave the first two movies 4.25s out of 5. I'm going to have to give this one a 3 out of 5. I know, I have a good time with it, but it does a big dip in seriousness. No disrespect to Val Kilmer as Batman. I really, really enjoyed his performance. But overall, I had to take that dip down. And the villains in this movie are also a huge dip down for me. Didn't enjoy them as much as previous villains in the franchise. So I need to know your thoughts. What are your top moments in Batman Forever? Do you have a good time with it? Is this movie a trashy superhero movie? I need to know your thoughts. But don't forget to hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. It means the world to me. Going to be coming out also with Batman and Robin next. I'm going to record that one and get that one pumped out to you guys. And stay tuned. February 9th. Me and the Brett Man. Watch until you drop. Scary movie watch along as we start our watch along series. Very excited to do that. So you guys have a great day. And I have actually have a fundraiser I have to get to. So I will have to see you guys later. Hopefully you guys will see yourselves out. And I will see you after I go to the Gotham City Ball. Have a day.